offensive star so far. And Towns denies him. Knicks on the break. Alvarado pulls up. Towns joins it. He and Josh Hart lock eyes, communicate, tells Hart, go get it. Robinson couldn't put the rebound in. Back the other way, Johnson transition, pitch to Alexander Walker, but Bridges full sprint to deflect it out of bounds.
Great transition defense there by Mikal Bridges and the Knicks. Not giving up on the play to come up with that deflection.
A couple of blocks for Towns.
Johnson didn't even see him, not even in the frame yet. But look at the length there by Bridges. That's outstanding.
Every catch contested. Bridges that time fouls Alexander Walker. 2 on Mikal. If you go back to game 4, because Bridges scoreless in 3 consecutive halves, doesn't play but 5 minutes in the second half of game 4. Yet Mike Brown's move to start him in game 4 kept the starting 5 intact, but also give him some confidence that I trust you to get out of this.
And also that gives confidence throughout the team as well. Bridges has meant so much for this team.
Vincent corner 3, knocked it down, much needed for the Hawks.
But I like how Bridges has approached this, right? He hasn't said anything. He hasn't come out in the papers. He hasn't been demonstrative. He's done his job.
All the bigs involved in the action here.
Good D.
Conru knocked it away. Clock at 5. Alvarado sees it. Knows it.
Can we get an offensive foul?
Rebound Robinson. Inside. Taken away by Conru. Here go the Hawks on the run. Alexander Walker. Vincent for back-to-back triples.
Come on. Come on, pass it out.
Johnson's got a little bit of space to operate. Kispert brings the traffic. And Towns rebounds. From behind by Kispert to knock it away.
Come on, right there. Good dude.
He'll run to the line.
Oh my God.
Missed the 3.
These type of opportunities that Atlanta has. They've had 3 straight opportunities of good 3-point looks and haven't been able to convert.
3 field goals as you see for Atlanta in this quarter. 3 threes in the game. 3 of 13. Not enough. Alvarado just playing with confidence.
The role players play so much better at home.
Alexander Walker walks his way.
Missed it again.
Missed that. The Knicks, it feels very complete. Every effort, rebounding, defense. They look really solid right now, leading by 15. Approaching the halfway point of the second. Alvarado, window again. Jose.
What a start.
We might be going game 7, yeah. We might be going game 7.
Game 4, yes, by the Knicks.
Yeah, I gotta lock in.
Of the Knicks 47 from the non-starters. Johnson saw some.
Hey, yo.
The Knicks defense and 10 for Jalen Johnson. And Mike Brown immediately calls time and directs on what should have happened.
Doing that, we're gonna read some Bible verses to y'all. So we got day 7. And day 7 starts off with a good one. It's Luke 19:10. The Son of Man came to seek and to save what was lost. Then we got Proverbs 5:6, and it says, the purpose of a person's heart are deep waters, but one who has insight draws them out. Many claim to have unfailing love, but a faithful person who can find. Then we have Isaiah 41:10. Don't be afraid, for I am with you. Don't be frightened, for I, your God, will make you strong and will certainly heal you. I will support you with my strong hand, acting for what is right. Then we got Psalms 9:1. And it says, I will give thanks to you, Lord, with all my heart. I will tell of all your wonderful deeds. Wait a minute. Oh, we're in the wrong day. This is day 8. Okay. Boom. Now we're on a new day. Which is 1 John 4, and it says, This is how God showed his love among us. He sent his only one and only Son into this world that we might live through him. Then we have 2 Corinthians 10. And it says, I know y'all remember this movie, bro. I know y'all remember that movie. Oh, dang, she's there? Dang. Whatchamacallit would have been happy to see that, but I can't show her. We got, 2 Corinthians 10. When God makes you feel sorry enough to him and be saved, you don't have anything to feel bad about. But when his word makes you feel sorry, it can cause your death. Then we have Isaiah 40:28, and it says, have you not known, have you not heard, the everlasting God, the Lord, the creator of the earth, never faint, never faints, nor is weary. Then we have Titus 3:5, and it says, he saved us not because righteous things we had done, but because of his mercy. Then we have Deuteronomy 24, and it says, for the Lord your God is the one who goes with you to fight for you against your enemies to give you victory. Then we have Isaiah 30:18. Yet the Lord longs to be gracious for you. Longs to be gracious to you. Therefore he will rise up to show you compassion. For the Lord is a God of just... Oh, wait, what? Am I tripping? Oh, just to bless it are all who wait for him. Then we have Psalm 62:1-2. My soul finds rest in God alone. My salvation comes from him. He alone is my rock and my salvation. He is my fortress. I will never be shaken. Then we have Isaiah 54:17. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, and every tongue which rises against me in judgment shall condemn. Then we have Psalms 19:14, and it says, let the words of my mouth and my meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. Then we have Romans 8:28, and it says, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called accordingly to his purpose. No way. Then we have Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Then we have Proverbs 18:12. Before a downfall, the heart is naughty or haughty, but humility comes before honor. Then we have Matthew 12:30. He who is not with is against me, and he who does not gather with me scatters abroad. We have Luke 9:23. Then he said to them all, if anyone desires to come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. Then we have Mark 16:15. And he said to them, go into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. Then we have 1 Peter 5:8. Overthinking will ruin your peace. Pray to living in God. So what's that saying is like, when you're going through something is on your mind, don't don't worry about it too much. Just pray to God. Don't try to control it. Just leave it all to God and let him control it. Then dang, I skipped a page. That's crazy. I didn't know that. I gotta finish that page out. Yeah, 1 Thessalonians 4. Make it your goal to live a quiet life, minding your own business and working with your hands. just as we instructed you before. Then people who are not believers will respect the way you live, and you will not need to depend on others. And we have John 14:8. If God is all you have, you all you need. And we have Romans 1:17. For in it the righteousness of God is rescued or revealed. Let me read that again. Romans 1:17. For in it the righteousness of God is revealed from faith to faith, as it is written, but righteous man shall live by faith. Then we have Matthew 16. If anyone will come after me, be my disciple, let him deny himself and take up the cross and follow me. This is a long one. It's Galatians 5:19 through 24. Now the works of the flesh are evident: sexual immorality, impriority, sensuality, adultery, sorcery, enmity, strife, jealousy, fits of anger, rivalries, dimensions, drillings, envy, drunkenness, orgies, and the things of life like these. I warn you as I warned you before, that those who do such things will not inherit the kingdom of God. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, generosity, self-control. Against such things there is no law. And those who belong to Christ Jesus have crucified the flesh with its passions and desires. And we have Matthew 6:21. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be easy. Then we have Matthew 25:29. For to everyone who has will be more given, and he will have an abundance. But from the one who has not, even what? But from the one who is not, even what he has will be taken away from him. So that's it. My bad, I muted the game, but I just had to pray the gospel to y'all right quick. So we're gonna go over this plan during halftime, and we just gonna, watch the rest of the game. But let me unmute it for y'all real quick. I'm gonna get copyrighted. I don't want to get copyrighted, so okay, there we go.
Well, there are the numbers. The Hawks trying to hit from three and get going, getting nothing, getting outboarded, outblocked, and outplayed in almost every way here thus far, Reggie.
So impressed with the Knicks defense. And again, it goes back to game 4. They came out and have punched and 8-counted the Hawks, and Atlanta has not been able to respond. No sustained runs, nothing. They have just shut them down.
Alexander Walker hits a three.
Finally. We've got 4 of 18 now from distance.
Alexander Walker has a couple of them. He shot the three well in game 4 for the Hawks. One of the few Atlanta players. Brunson is fouled by Daniels as he was trying to cut across. Spike Lee very happy with that. Spike was in Atlanta for game 4. You estimated it was about 2/5, about 40% Knick fans at State Farm for Game 4, and some Knick legends there. Saw Ewing, Starks there, LJ,
Sprewell.
Mello.
Wait a minute.
Wait, Mello, you're not in the studio tonight?
He snuck out.
Wait a minute. Is McGrady in the studio tonight?
I don't think so.
What about Vince? Are we on load management in round 1 in the studio?
I can't believe this.
It is Ahmed Fareed, Robbie Hummel.
Wait a minute. Didn't they work last night?
They did.
And then they flew from
a back-to-back with travel.
Oh, man.
So they rode home back-to-back. Although for Austin, it's actually home road because he lives in Orlando, but different story, different time. Foul down here. They'll send it the other way with the Hawks. So those guys will be with you for the halftime. They're watching the games. Talk about Knick royalty, Bernard King.
You talk about a bucket getter.
Over
Are
there.
you kidding me?
On the left.
Bernard the King.
How about Clyde tonight? Clyde every night, right?
I want that coat. More importantly, I want that tie. And pockets to wear. Come on, man. You got to coordinate.
We saw the triple doubles, and for Karl Anthony Towns is the 4th in Knick history. Clyde with 4 of them, and the other 20 points triple double in Knick's playoff history. Knocks down the three-pointer. See if the Hawks can climb back in this and make some shots here at the end of the second quarter. Runs it on the attack. Good job. Just to keep Daniels down a half-second longer.
Yeah, but if you're Daniels, you can't allow Brunson to get to a strong hand and downhill.
Daniels, the bounce and the punch by Johnson, who has a dozen points now.
Beautiful pass there by Daniels. Good cut by Johnson. Now the offense is starting to open up a little bit for Atlanta. Now the question marks is the defense.
It sure is. Justin Van Dyne, in his 12th year in the league as an official, has that one on Jalen. And a chance for Atlanta to claw a little closer. Just get in the neighborhood when you go in the locker room and can feel like you have a chance.
Yeah, two-hand shove right there on Daniels in the open court. Easy call. Man, a 3 would go a long way here for Atlanta.
They've struggled in the last 2 games on 3. Try to double, get it out of his hands. Long skip from the top. Nothing for Daniels. McCollum on the runner. No. And we got a whistle. You'll stay down here. Foul on the Knicks.
Kongwu on the offensive glass, battling here. Deuce McBride knew he was outgunned, trying to keep him off the boards. Here's a little teardrop attempt. Just kind of face guards him, holds him. Little touch pass. Look at the finish here by Johnson.
He has 12. Daniels has 9. Shot clock has been reset to 14. Lead is 17 for the Knicks. We seed in the East, 53-29 on the season.
Oh my. Can he get a foul?
Keeps stepping inside, off on the 2. Cat the rebound. And Anunoby comes back the other way. Towns showing no ill effects from that contact he took a couple minutes ago. Late block, Hart lost his man. Rebound for Johnson. Nixon just quieted down a little bit on the offensive end. In this final minute, Johnson off the window. No, but he'll come to the line. Anunoby the foul.
I like with Jalen Johnson. He's been aggressive this whole first half. Again, 9 field goal attempts. But this is a night where he's got to be up to 18, 20 field goal attempts. See Quinn Snyder talking to Buddy Hield. You and I both had conversations with Hield, the veteran here for Atlanta. Can he get them like 5 minutes?
It really would be. And by the way, Reg, Sometimes you say celebrity row at a game, and it's one or two people.
Wow.
This is an entire celebrity row.
Yeah.
Chalamet, Tina Fox, Tracy
Look at
Morgan.
this. Oh,
Us.
we made it?
No, they just forgot to get up there off the count, off the shot.
Wow, I want that. I'm posting that.
Okay.
I'm going to say, look, I'm with the cool kids.
Tyler Freed, don't forget Tyler Freed, our statistician here as well.
Well, he's the biggest star of all, right,
I know.
Tyler?
Yeah, Tracy Morgan came in and get Tyler's here for about 15 minutes. But Tracy was doing stats for a second. 15-point game, 40 to go.
Watch that corner, bro.
McBride, Street Towns off on the three.
Out, that's I
Trying
don't
to get
count.
the rebound, but
What?
it goes the other way.
Oh.
Well, here come the Hawks a little bit, right? Down 15 again. This has not been their best half, 4 quarters. But if they can get a bucket here and a stop in a bucket, don't know. There's a little momentum
Got
here.
a whistle for a jersey hold. That's going to bring Atlanta to the line. It's Brunson. Yeah.
And they'll
Second.
get
There you go, right there.
Look at
Grabbing the jersey of Daniels. Going to bring him to the free throw
I'm
line.
saying, like, bro.
that. That's an easy call there by the official, Courtney Kirkland.
But it's funny, you mentioned Buddy Hield, who came over in the trade
Come on,
from
Dyson.
Golden State. We saw him with 33 in a Game 7 win for Golden State against Houston back in the playoffs a couple of years ago, or last year. We had 9 threes in that game as well. And you just see the veteran, and he's just been talkative and chatty. Even though he's not playing, you can just see, like, these are guys who are in this situation for the first time. He's been in that situation. They're just trying to pull him closer here a little bit.
Bets matter. I keep harking on that, but have guys like that at the end of the bench who've seen a lot of these type of series and wars. Just hang around here. But if you're going to hang around, you've got to do the little things like make your free throws. They've only been to the line 5 times this half. The Knicks, 11 of 16. So it shows you what team's been the more aggressive.
Down to 14. 4 extra seconds of game clock, then shot clock.
And foul here.
Y'all don't need the foul, bro.
There's that
This
flex
is-
action back cut.
Trying to take it away, they draw the foul. So explain a little bit of what was going on there.
So you throw it to the high top or to the high post there to Karl Anthony Towns, the top of the circle. You see how Brunson rubs off of him, and then you want a back screen. In Atlanta, they were top blocking and allowing OG to go baseline, and he was getting a dunk all in this area right there.
Right.
This time, now they're holding and forcing him to come up here, but Gay got called for holding right there. You've got to get on his shoulder and force him over top.
Mohamed Gay, who just checked in, checks back out. One more for Anunoby at the line. A lot of offense, defense subs here. Meantime, the Sixers lead by 10 with 4 minutes to go in that 4th quarter up in Boston, trying to force a Game 6 on that series. And from the Knicks' perspective, if they win, they're up 15 right now. They have to play Game 6 in Atlanta. They'd be thrilled to see that parallel series go as long, because if it does end up 2 and 3, and it ends up Boston and New York, you get the feeling that an
You
extra
want to
game
play
of
the
length would
same
matter,
amount
right?
of games
Yes.
that the team that you're getting ready to play.
Yeah.
You don't want any team to have extra rest. That's why it's huge if Philly can hold on here. 4 minutes left, up 10.
Still time here, 16 points before the half. Johnson to the basket, pitch in the corner. Alexander Walker rims out the 3. Seconds for New York. Anunoby let it slide. And we hit the half. Good half for the Knicks. Shoot 57% from the field. Out rebound the.
Yeah, boys. So that's halftime right there. Y'all know we on. So, the title of this one today is Faith Without Timelines. And it says, we often say we trust God and at the same time attach timelines to that trust. If it doesn't happen by this age, if I don't see progress by this year, if nothing changes soon, But biblical faith is confidence in God's character, not control over God's calendar. Hebrews tell us faith is assurance of what we hope for, even when we don't see it. Walking by faith, walking by faith, um, walking by faith means continuing to trust God even when the deadlines come and go. God is not bound by human clocks. He's internal, intentional, and exact. And when he moves, his timing is always right. Faith without timelines is not passive. It is active trust. It is choosing obedience without conditions. It is believing in God is working even when there is no visible proof yet. It is knowing that God is sovereign. Yeah. It is knowing that God is sovereign and you're the sheep of his pasture, not the other way around. Let go of the stopwatch. God, God is still faithful. Um, let's see. Hold on, y'all boys. So we're gonna pray real quick. So, hey, bow your heads, bro. Bow your heads. So, Lord, I release my timelines to you. Help me walk by faith and not by sight. Teach me to trust your timing without conditions or pressure. I believe in you. You are working even now. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. So, the next one is Hebrews 11. Now, faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. So, basically, what that's saying is, you need to have faith even when, like, it gets hard, bro. Like, even when you don't see no progress, even when you don't, you know, think it's not gonna happen, you need to have faith. Next, we got 2 Corinthians 5. It says, "For we live by faith, not by sight." So, that's it, y'all boys. We're gonna play some music for y'all to have time over with. And
that I can, kind of take care of.
Clean up outside. I would say going outside.
okay, we're gonna be back,
trash
y'all
is
boys.
helping out the earth.
I try to monitor my carbon footprint. You have to be conscious of how much energy you are consuming, whether that be in your motor vehicle,
Hold on.
your watercraft,
It's Clay
lights
Thompson.
on your house, the faucet. Just
We're gonna be back, y'all.
conscious. If you have a chance to use the daylight, use it, and always recycle. We want a green earth.
Well, that was the first half for the Knicks. Jalen Brunson with 17 points so far. Karl Anthony Towns coming off that first career playoff triple-double last game. He's got 14 and 8 rebounds. Knicks a perfect 15-0 this season. When they have a lead of 15 or more at the break, it is 16 as we sit here right now. Welcome to our halftime show. Ahmed Fareed here with Austin Rivers and Robbie Hummel. We talked about it in the pregame show. Karl Anthony Towns showed up in game number 4. What would you say he did in game number 5?
He's stepping up again. Just keeping up right where he left off, man. He's just been a force on all sides of the floor. Defensively as well, guarding. But here you see stretching the floor, hitting the threes. We've seen him do this his whole career. But this is where I'm impressed. It's the effort. It's the defensive plays. The offensive rebounds. Look at him just being strong, playing through contact. None of the soft play. Right here, just letting the offense continue to just flow, find the open man. It's always encouraging. encouraging. Guys will cut harder when they know they got a chance to get the ball.
Game you can trust, presented by American Express. Towns coming off that triple-double. It looks like he's on his way maybe to another 14, 8, and 4, Robbie.
Well, clearly in this series, the Knicks have found something by playing through Karl Anthony Towns. He's the best big on the floor. I think for the New York Knicks, though, we said in Game 4 they were the team that was more aggressive, that played more desperate, that imposed their will. That is absolutely happening again, whether it's them getting to the foul line or it's the way they've gotten to the paint, but their defense has been up to the challenge as well. You look at the numbers there for C.J. McCollum, 4 points, 2 of 6 from the field. That's not going to be enough for the Atlanta Hawks to get a win like this on the road in this series. They are swarming. They are flying around. You've got rotations that are absolutely on point. The help defense is right where it needs to be. The bodies here, 4 guys surrounding C.J. McCollum. They've also done the job on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. He had 6 points on only 5 field goal attempts. The New York Knicks defense, it has come to play. They've been the more physical team.
Real quick, the answer for Atlanta is?
I want them to play with pace, but I want them to be under control. You know, you kind of saw Kuminga get in the game, and he means well, and he's trying, but it's almost sometimes a little bit of out of control. Their guys are just forcing the tempo. You know, have tempo, but have it be purposeful.
Well, their defense has got to get them there. They have not turned New York over.
Their
defense has got to lead to their tempo.
I mean, New York's getting everything they want, and Robbie made the best point. I mean, New York's enforcing their will. And when we talk about playoffs and the physicality and how you have to ramp that up, it seems like as this series is going on, New York is continuing to just put more physicality into the game.
Atlanta's got to figure out a way to do it on the road like the Sixers are in progress in Boston.
All that Joel Embiid slander.
They don't want to go home yet. BJ Edgecombe was 0 for 11. BJ was from 3 in games 3 and 4, knocking one down there. Jason Tatum, though.
Oh, boy. It's amazing how fast he's come back.
He had 24 points in the first 3 quarters, so Boston up there.
And they like shooting at the Boston Garden. Game 2, they made a bunch of threes. They make 15 of them here tonight in this one.
APG.
Joel Embiid.
He's balling, too.
This looks like this is the Joel Embiid we've been watching the past 10 years. Just skilled as they come. I mean, how many centers you know this would just do a little rock away, fade away at the free throw line?
Without independence.
Without independence.
Second game back for him. He looks great.
He is going to work.
Philly rolling. Final seconds of that one. That series going to go another game. Will this one? Well, we know it will. Will it be 3-2 Knicks, though?
It is game 2 of the 3-6 matchup in the Eastern Conference, but this is a group that has a lot of confidence and believes that they can tie this series. McCollum will get his first real touch offensively, weaving his way through for 2. And another slam. It's Robinson time in New York. Lost for the time being. And Anunoby! Oh, what a shot for Kuminga. And a chance for their first lead in style. Kuminga with a swipe and slam. McCollum step away. Connects on the 3. Fire. Puts it down at the horn. Mikal Bridges. One way to the rim for the slam. Mike Brown wants time. And the Hawks are back within 8. McCollum on Brunson. McCollum wants the matchup. Goes to work. McCollum to the basket. Makes it home. And you can see how much fun C.J. McCollum is having. He's just having fun with Spike Lee courtside, enjoying himself in the world's most famous arena and understanding, to your point, the moment that's required as well. Floated in. C.J. McCollum in his villain arc. Killer in this 4th quarter. It's McCollum, turning the corner, step away, Jay, goes down, stripped by Alexander Walker.
at the half is brought to you by the powerful backing of American Express.
DraftKings Live player props for the second half. Not too late to still get in on the action here. Jalen Brunson has 17. Can he get to 28? Can Jalen Johnson get to 23? Atlanta will need him to do that to chip into this 16-point New York lead. It is final in Boston. Celtics scored just 11 points in the fourth quarter. We got a game 6 in Philly on Thursday. Our second half with Mike, Reggie, and Zora next.
On DraftKings Sportsbook, all customers can get a profit boost every game day during the NBA playoffs. Download the app and use promo code DUNK when you sign up.
It is the quest for the cup in Las Vegas. Big stage tonight. Only 2 teams remain. The San Antonio Spurs. And from the East, the New York Knicks. Double team. There, Wembanyama. Oh, what a feed from Wembanyama. Cancel. Puts it down. Up high.
Breaking news, the future is bright in San Antonio, and they deserve this moment if they can end up winning this NBA Cup.
Swing, Clarkson, got a 3. Clarkson, bullseye. He's there for the rebound. Go Robinson. Hart gonna do it himself. String music. The New York Knicks are NBA Cup champions.
Winning always feels good. This is a great stepping stone, but we got this done. We celebrate tonight, but now it's time to work for the second one. Hey, man, it feels good. That's a heck of a team, man. Get a good win like that early in the year is huge. You know, time to go celebrate with the boys. This is great, man. I tell you what, this is great. City of New York, this is for you. This is for you, New York City. We appreciate y'all. Y'all the best fans, and we're bringing this home to New York City, baby. New York, New York. Go, man.
Orange and blue sky. Orange and blue sky. This our year. This our year.
Feel good, MVP. Feel good. Yes, sir. Simple as that. Love it, love it.
Playoff night in MSG.
The energy.
Towns taking it in his own hands. And one. Chalamet loves it. The double on Johnson. Vincent. Oh, Kuminga. Ooh, wow.
Anthony Towns getting whatever he wants.
And the Knicks closing in on a 3-2 series lead with a 64-48 advantage at the break. Back at the Garden with the Hall of Famer Reggie Miller. Very popular here at the Garden come playoff time. Mike Tirico here from Zora for a second. So where can Atlanta find something to get themselves back in the game in this third quarter?
I thought the last 6 minutes of that second, they started to play faster. Their defense picked up, obviously. And then they started to make those threes. They made 3 threes within that 6-minute stretch. Now can they extend that for 12 minutes and slowly kind of creep back in this ball game?
I know Karl Anthony Towns told Zora he was unhappy with the defense at the end. The other 22 minutes were really good. Now Zora's got an update on what the Hawks were talking about at the break. See?
Well, it's like Reggie was in my conversation with assistant coach Mike Bray because he said that exact same thing. The last 5 or 6 minutes of the first half, they stopped the bleeding, and it was done by hitting the pocket. What he meant by that was hitting the roller and then playing out of that. He said, of course, when you see some shots go in, then you play defense a little bit better. So the Hawks feel like they found a rhythm towards the end of that first half, but Bray said the question is, can we be physical enough on the boards and in the lane? We'll see what happens.
Well, Zora, that's exactly what Reggie said at the beginning of the game. The rebounding, the physicality, was it there? And just even in watching, if you weren't looking at the stats, after the first few minutes, it was all Knicks in that column.
Well, what you're looking at is a team that's been to the conference finals the last 2 years, that understands what big moments are, and a fresh upstart team with a guy in C.J. McCollum at 34 who's seen a lot of wars, but a lot of these guys haven't.
Seeing action by Atlanta as this third quarter begins, and Johnson rims out the three. Towns comes to get the rebound for the Knicks. Jalen Brunson back the other way, contact with McCollum, and a foul. And Jalen's asking in the act, and it's going to be side out. Says he was going up with the shot, and then he came back.
What else was he going to do with it?
Came back to Courtney Kirkland unhappy. It's just side out. Well, welcome to those of you who watched the Sixers really surprised the Celtics in Boston, 113-97. So that series goes back to Philadelphia with the Boston lead 3-2. And the Knicks and Atlanta in the same part of the bracket. Knicks are trying to do the same, be that better seeded team going on the road and trying to close out in Game 6.
You know, when parents tell their kids, little kids, don't play with your food, eat it. You've got to take care of business when
yes, sir.
When at hand. You've got Boston going home. Kudos to Philadelphia.
Yes,
everyone thought they were dead in the water. What a response.
Anunoby, the drive is denied. Jalen Johnson able to keep that alive. The Hawks come back the other way. 3-on-3. Daniels saw Towns, no look, gave up his dribble, and Alexander Walker will go. There's the most improved player in the league. Johnson, Brunson stays in front of him late in the clock. Alexander Walker. Rebound by Towns.
They've had 2 great looks here to start this third quarter. See that 6-point swing. You miss your 3 wide open, and then Brunson makes you pay at the other end.
Instead of 13, it's 19. Now it's 16. So Conwu hits that three-pointer. And by the way, I mentioned that Philly and Boston will play a Game 6 on Thursday. That game will be on Peacock. So as you make your viewing plans for later on in the week, those key games in this Eastern Conference playoffs, Thursday night, 6 in the East. Philly, Boston on Peacock. On the floor, no free throws for Anunoby. Knicks and their fans frustrated by that, but a foul on O'Connell, his third.
This was the variation of that flex. It was supposed to be a back screen, and OG just cut back door there. Good find there by Cat.
Speaking of Karl Anthony Towns, he now has a double-double, 14 and 10. He's 5 assists, so 5 more to a second consecutive triple-double. He's doubled here. Bridges swings it. Hart. Anunoby. Perfect.
All 5 Knicks touch the basketball, and the best corner three-point shooter in OG knocks down the 3.
Brunson stayed in front of McCollum as part of the story earlier in this series. Because of the double, Daniels had space for 2. See some confidence out of Daniels. Maybe not as much the other night with 6 points. He has a series-high 12 so far.
Here's the problem. That's great and all, but second leading scorer on the year, Alexander Walker, averaged 21 on the season.
Bridges out of the corner. Would have needed that for his confidence. The Hawks bench thought they had Towns on a travel, switching pivot feed. Alexander Walker curl inside. Too much traffic. Got it back. Oh, wow. The basket and the foul.
Now maybe this can get him going. I'm talking about Alexander Walker, averaged 21, most improved player on the season. He only had 6 up into this very difficult bucket right here. Let's see if this can kind of get him going. He shot the two-pointers great during the regular season, almost 53% on twos. He is struggling here in the playoffs in terms of shooting those twos.
This is at the free throw line, stays 15. And Rachel, while you were showing that replay, I was watching Quinn Snyder. O'Connor was over there, and they were just talking about a forearm, getting the forearm on the back of the player defensively. It is a learning experience for many of these Hawks in a playoff series of the physicality you've got to play with, possession by possession. All-time skip pass, and another one. Hart off on the three. Bridges got the tip on that. Give him credit for keeping it alive for Anunoby.
It's funny how the home team gets those bounces, right? And you've got, again, I'll say it again, the best corner three-point shooter in OG.
Good hands knocked away from Alexander Walker, but his hands keep it alive. Fresh shot clock. He's at the basket for two. On the feed by Johnson.
Right now, Atlanta's just trading baskets. And if you're Mike Brown and the Knicks, you're content with that.
You know why I'm laughing? I think at the same exact time in Game 4, we said the same exact thing, right?
Now they're trying to post Cat against Daniels.
Towns looking for the foul. 10 to shoot. Brunson a little space. Off on that. Caleb Johnson saw Alexander Walker running out. The Knicks get back so well defensively. Johnson, mid-range. Towns, another rebound. Oh, tippy-toe triple from the logo. Take one or two of those a game. I don't think those are the favorite shots of Mike Brown. Knicks had 3 made threes in the first half, 3 already here. Hawks move it to McCollum. And he doesn't get the bounce.
Do you see where Daniels caught the basketball?
Yeah.
He had a layup. He had a layup, but when you're asking a guy who's not used at the hoop, that's a young team for you.
All right, fans, now time for Knicks playoff trivia. It's presented by Snapple. Please welcome our contestant James from section 114. Each question correct will be worth $500. Okay, here we go. Number 1, which Nick led the NBA in total points in the 99 NBA playoffs with 407 points? Patrick Ewing, LJ, John Starks, or Latrell Sprewell? Pick one now. He says Latrell Sprewell. He is correct. That's 1 down. Next one. Who has the most triple-doubles in Knicks playoff history? Is it Clyde, Anthony Mason, Dick McGuire, or Marcus Camby? A, B, C, or D? What's your choice? He's gonna go with A. Give it a shot, and he is correct. All right, next question, final one. Which New York Knicks executed the 4-point play in Game 3 of the '99 Eastern Conference Final against the Indiana Pacers? Starks, Sprewell, Larry Johnson, or Allen Houston? He says Larry Johnson. It is Larry Johnson. So congratulations, James. You've just won $1,500. And here to present your prize, welcome Knicks alum, Larry Johnson. Thank you for playing Real Fact Playoff Trivia, presented by Snapple.
Cause we're live from New York. Yeah, we're live from New York. Cause we're live from New York. We kick slang when we talk. This that old BBS music. That uptown get fresh music. Follow me around the club. Guess we're live and worldwide. Yeah, we're live and worldwide. Yeah, we're live and worldwide.
So do you spend a lot of time working on these looks? Oh, sure. I've been working on Magnum for at least the last 8 or 9 years.
Can I see that?
Are you kidding? I shouldn't even be talking about it. It's nowhere near ready.
The NBA on NBC is brought to you by Progressive Protection that gives you home court advantage. And by Kia, the official automotive partner of the NBA. Back here in New York, and you see those two very familiar faces, Tracy Morgan and Tina Fey, gives us a chance to remind you there is an all-new Saturday Night Live this week. Host and musical guest combo, Olivia Rodrigo. That is 11:30 Eastern, 8:30 Pacific, live across the country on the network. Of course, we have the Kentucky Derby, the NBA playoffs, and a fresh Saturday Night Live coming up. So an awesome first Saturday in May. I was talking to Tina Fey before the game. I just wanted to say that because I've never said that before. It's kind of cool. And we were talking about SNL in the UK. Actually started a couple of months ago, and she did the opening monologue. It's available on Peacock, and she told me go watch it. It's really funny. Bridges to the basket for a much-needed dunk, and that was not funny for the Hawk fans.
That's great for his confidence, though.
Right?
What a move there by Bridges. And finish.
Daniels pitch to Alexander Walker. Bridges flying at him, and Nikhil knocks down the three.
Look, we've got two of the best corner three shooters in the game. Alexander Walker for the Hawks and OG for the Knicks.
OG led with 88. Alexander Walker was second with 84. Brunson gives it. Anunoby, 6 to shoot. OG going to work. Stepping back.